All right, let's see if this works. I'm going to record this because I think it might be funny. Let's take a look. Charjabug. It's a three-segmented insect. Each segment is like a rectangular prism where one side is a square and the three segments are joined by the square sides to create a larger rectangular prism. Okay, so it's going to look something like that, I guess, right? That's what I'm guessing, you know. I'm assuming that's what the units will look like. On the back two segments, there are ovals in the center of the side faces. Uh, let's do the thing first. So let's just draw something like, hell, I don't know. I don't know how they're connected, okay? I'm just gonna go ahead and guess. There's gonna be three of them, right? And since you said that the square ones are the ones that are connected, I'm gonna assume that the other ones are not square, right? That's why I'm making it long. Three segments are joined by the square sides, right? And to create a larger rectangular prism. It's larger. It's not a rectangular prism, but you know it's segmented, so it has to be able to move. On the back two segments, so let's pretend that's those two. There are ovals in the center of the side face. I'm gonna make this a little thinner because that's too fat. Um, ovals in the center of the side face. So I guess that's the side face. Would the oval be like this, or would it be like this? What makes more sense? Oh, I'll get to there later, right? In between the segments on the bottom, um, like here, I guess, there are triangles, but do not protrude from the rectangular prism. Oh, okay. So we need more space. Let's try this again. Um, right. So I guess that's that's a segment. That's a rectangular prism. Come on, come on. All right, whatever, good enough. Let's see. So in between the segments on the bottom, there are triangles, but they do not protrude from the rectangular prism. So it's like, it feels like this, and then the next segment, you know, is here. How would they connect? Would it be like that? Or there's like that, maybe? That's all I can think of, right? That's triangles. But they do not protrude. So they have to be like a connecting thing, right? So just get rid of that real quick. I don't need this fella. I know I could probably do this easier, but I'm gonna be lazy about it. Okay, so I guess there's some separation so that you can actually see the hell's going on, right? Like otherwise you wouldn't even know there's triangles. And I guess there's one more here, right? And it's three segments, and they're all rectangular prisms. What the hell does the head look like? Like, is it literally like some rectangular bullshit and there's like nothing else going on? I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't fucking know what the hell I'm doing anymore. Like, I feel like I'm drawing like a train right now. It's not a Pokemon, it's a train. If you divide the front into like a 3 by 3 grid, there's a vertical jaw taking the place of the middle square. Okay, and the square below. Two windshields taking the left and right squares. Wait, so wait. One side is a square? The front to like a 3 by 3. Oh, okay, I see. I made this two side facing. I need to make it like, let's do something like this, right? So this way I can actually see the side, right? And again, I'm assuming that, I don't think it's like this, right? That'd be weird, right? It'd have to be long. Actually, no, this makes sense too. Like, I could totally see this being a thing, right? And then the square is actually like the big one. And then, you know, you have this like that or something. Yeah, I can totally see this being a thing, right? I could I could be totally stupid. I'm gonna regret it when I look at the actual photo. I'll be like, why did I change this? No, I'm not changing it. I'm going with my original plan. Otherwise, it's not as authentic of a product, right? I'm supposed to go off of my initial assumption that these are the prisms. Like that's what they look like, right? Just gonna go ahead and keep going. Ugh, can't draw anymore. Never could draw to begin with. Oh, I don't fucking know. Like, is that how they're connected? And then one more. Something like that, right? Like, I don't know how else you would connect these by triangles and not have them protrude. I mean, there's probably other ways. That's the first way I can think of where it doesn't look like this guy's gonna fall apart. So since this is gonna be the face, I'm gonna assume that the side, the oval in the center of the side face looks like that, right? Something like that. Um, in between the segments, there are triangles. They do not protrude. Divide the front into a 3x3 grid. So something like that. You know, tic-tac-toe. There's a vertical jaw taking the place of the middle square. A vertical jaw. So there's something there. There's a jaw there. Does it come out? Is it just like a flat thing? And the square below. So that's the jaw. Obviously, it might come out. I don't know if it does. That's the question. Maybe it's just flat and this guy's just a fucking arrangement of boxes. I don't. No one knows what's going on with Pokemon these days. I guess an arrangement of boxes can pass as Pokemon. God, I'm gonna feel so stupid when I look at the actual Pokemon. I'm gonna separate this bit a bit. You know, now they look like houses. So that the jaw goes here. Two windshields taking the left and right. So there's windshields here. I don't know what that's supposed to look like. Uh, uh, and two cones protruding at the bottom left and right squares. So there's cones here for sure, right? Like, you know, like this shit, right? That's what you're talking about, right? I'm assuming. In total, it might look like a battery bus. Okay, actually, I don't feel too bad about where I'm going with this right now, because this, again, earlier I said this kind of looks like, I don't know, like a fucking building or something. So there's the jaw is here, but what would that look like? Um, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and draw it in. I don't care. I'm gonna give it like a weird dolphin nose because I don't fucking know what it's supposed to look like. Uh, oh, this is really weird. Okay. Let's make this bigger so I can wipe this out more easily. Okay. Since you said jaw, I'm gonna, I don't know, kind of do that or something. I don't know. I still don't know what you mean by windshield. And I feel like something has to happen here, right? Like it can't just be. I feel like there's so many features missing, right? Like maybe they're supposed to be like fucking eyes or something. No, that doesn't look right. That's so stupid. Um, okay, the other question, what is a vertical jaw? You know, like what's the difference between a vertical and a horizontal jaw? I don't really understand. And since it only takes up the middle square and the square below, that's all I can think of, right? Something like this. Or is it like a human mouth? Like I don't even understand. Um, this doesn't really look like triangles. I'm gonna go ahead and make it look like triangles. Good enough. I don't care. Okay. Um, vertical jaw. Okay, again, I don't really know what that means. Place of the middle square and the square below. Two windshields. Like what do you mean windshields? I don't, I'm gonna literally Google windshield right now. No, this this doesn't help. This doesn't help at all. I'm looking at windshields and I'm like, uh, okay. Like, I mean, would they wrap around? You know, like fucking like that? Does that make sense? I don't think that makes sense. Well, if they're windshields, I would almost assume that they're like eyes. So maybe I should fill them up. This looks like a fucking stupid dolphin rhino. I don't have any idea what's going on. Okay. Left and right squares, right? Those are the left and right squares. Two cones, like these are the stupid cones. Uh, okay. Uh, bottom left and right square. Yeah, that's the bottom left and right squares. All right, let's do this one over. Three segmented insect, right? One, two, three. Each segment is like a rectangular prism. Okay, they are rectangular prisms for sure. For sure, they're rectangular prisms. One side is a square, and the three segments are joined by the square sides to create a larger rectangular prism. Like I put a lot of separation between them, so they don't really look like a rectangular prism. Maybe I'll fix that. I'll bring them closer together, you know? Who knows? Maybe that will help. That didn't really do anything. Whatever. Um, on the back two segments, there are ovals in the center of the side face. That's the only detail I know about them, right? I have the ovals in the center of the side face. These are the side face. This is the side of the Pokemon. In between the segments on the bottom, there are triangles, but they do not protrude from the rectangular prism. I just had a thought. Maybe it's more like this, right? Maybe. And then maybe there's one like that. I don't know. Like they don't protrude. They do not protrude from the rectangular prism. What does that mean? Like it doesn't come out of it? Then how is it just there? In between the segments on the bottom, There are triangles, but they do not protrude from the rectangular prism. I don't understand what that means. Like, isn't that protruding? Does it mean that they're like this? But then you wouldn't even know. Oh, actually, maybe. But then how are they connected? Are they just floating? Fuck. I don't understand. I'm gonna go ahead and erase this because I don't understand. And I'm gonna try to figure this out. Okay, so this guy's literally like 3 rectangular prisms, and I need to figure out what you mean by triangles that don't protrude. Because then the only other option I have is to, you know, be stuck inside themselves or something like that, which is kind of weird. But you know what? I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with that because I don't understand Pokemon. Um, you know, maybe that's what it looks like. Maybe that's what it actually is. And if that's the case, it needs to be even closer than it is right now because I mean, fucking look at this. Look at this mess. If it's not connected somehow, then I don't know how this Pokemon can live. It'd be dead. So let's just do that. Okay, cool. I think. Cool, I think. I don't know anymore. Um, right, so that's the only way I can think of. In between the segments on the bottom, there are triangles that do not protrude from the rectangular prism. So they're not connectors because if they were, then they'd be protruding. If you divide the front, I did that already. There's a vertical jaw. Again, I have no idea what that means. The 2 windshields taking the left and right squares, like, I don't know. And 2 cones. Those are the 2 cones protruding. In total, it might look like a battery bus. Are you telling me that this is what it looks like? It doesn't have like any like feet, maybe? Who knows, right? Maybe it has some feet. Otherwise, how does it move around? I'll take your word for it. It doesn't have feet. Okay. That's my interpretation. That's how I read your instructions. Maybe I am totally misinterpreting something. Actually, I am definitely misinterpreting something. I'm gonna Google charjabug now. Charjabug. Oh my God! This is actually incredibly stupid. Oh my God. I wasn't too far off, if I'm being completely honest. In fact, my second guess on the fucking dimensions was totally right. And I guess it is literally a big rectangular prism, but I killed it. I killed him. And when you said vertical jaw, I didn't realize you meant like that, you know. I was actually pretty close. And I made it protrude just because I couldn't imagine like literally like a flat face. All right, I think I'm done. I'm done with Pokemon. I'm done with the designs. This is so stupid. Peace.